Hello everyone and welcome back to the Taiko World Cup 2025 quarterfinals. Here we have Finland versus Switzerland for today. I'm DryadX and I am joined by Teasel.
Hello. We have a cool, fun matchup here. Finland seed 14, Switzerland seed 25. So of course it does look fairly in favor of Finland, but with how crazy this weekend is with upsets, you just never know.
Yeah, it's been a lot of very varying scores across the board.
Absolutely. I'll take a quick look at both of these teams' journeys so far. If I get the challenge bracket up, let me see. So Finland started off with a win against France in the round of 32, 5-3, before getting swept by the United States and knocked down to where we see them now. Switzerland, on the other hand, started off against Australia, getting swept 5-0, knocked down into the losers bracket where they beat Mexico 5-1. So, very different paths, but they meet here today. Switzerland are going to be banning Hidden 2 to start off with.
Hidden 2 is not a ban you see too often.
Absolutely not. Very strange to see a team ban like Hidden 2 instead of Hidden 1. It'd be like banning Hard Rock 1 and leaving Hard Rock 2 open. Yeah, normally because Hidden 1 and Hard Rock 1 tend to be the ones that are more accessible to the players that aren't consistent in those sorts of mods. So maybe Switzerland are hoping that Finland are going to ban out Hidden 1, thinking, oh, Switzerland are leaving it open, maybe they're actually really good at this. And hopefully just get rid of the whole Hidden pool, and maybe Switzerland will be really happy with that. Or perhaps Switzerland actually believe they could take a point off of Finland on it. So we'll see how that develops. But Finland have got to make a ban on their own, and it's going to be double time 1. Once again, I feel like it's not
same argument.
banned. Yeah. So far this is shaping up to be quite an interesting match. Oh, and of course, for any new viewers that we have here, Switzerland does have a player named Taiko World Cup. So we're going to be saying Taiko World Cup at some interesting times that doesn't make sense. But yes, it is the name of one of the players. And yes, they play other World Cups under the name Taiko World Cup.
That's real good. Wasn't it? I'm trying to remember if it was a TWC team or a team for a different tournament that they like all changed their names to variations of My Angel.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, it's not coming to mind.
I couldn't imagine having to cast that. That would have been an adventure.
No, we had a match this TWC where everyone on Poland changed their name to some variation of phallic. And there was, I think it was in standard, where everyone on like the Philippines or something changed their name. So it was all the variation of like one player and then just a different number that was one different. Yeah, their command is still there. Exclamation Poland. So that was what we Hyok, that was it. That's the one that I'm meaning with the standard. But there's probably plenty of other situations where that was the case as well. It's all a bit of fun. And keeps us on our toes. Oh, there's also, the LOL Team China, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so plenty such cases throughout the history of the World Cups.
Does definitely make it a bit difficult for us sometimes.
Absolutely, but for this match, it does look like Finland are going to be first picking Freemod 1, which seems like a decent pick. Finland are probably the team that can take out more mods, especially on the very accessible free mod. So I'm expecting to... Would I see hidden hard rocks? I feel like I'd probably see hidden hard rocks when we have players like Vodnanen and Anti.
It's quarterfinals. There's usually at least still one or two.
Yeah, like Dusky would absolutely be on that hidden, very proficient hidden player. I know that when it comes to mods, Switzerland do struggle a bit more. We'll definitely be seeing a hard rock from Taiko World Cup. Don't know if we'd throw hidden on top of there as well. I believe Nakarin and Neko Towel are more favored towards hidden, but I could be wrong. It's kind of difficult to remember every single player specialties.
Yeah. I do want to say, when I was looking through the map diff names, and I thought we escaped it, but no, the Mario references just moved to free mod. They're expanding out of hidden.
Come on, it's perfect. It's green mammals. Of course, it's Yoshi.
I guess you're right, but also
this is probably one of the few times where it's actually an appropriate difficulty name.
I mean, the last week's with Donkey Kong was moderately reasonable, right? Or am I just?
Oh, I mean, it was in the background.
Headcanoning that in because it was the background.
Yeah.
And, sorry, we appear to be having a couple of difficulties with some things, but might be back in a moment. All right, I think we're coming back. Had a PC issue on our side.
Alright, looks like our players are getting ready to go for the first map of the match.
Here we go.
I don't know if it's just me, but I have the wrong audio.
Yeah. Alright, here we go.
Oh,
now
okay, we're saved. Okay, mods. Both Vodnanen and Anti are on the hidden hard rock, Dusky on the hidden, Taiko World Cup, and Neko Towel on the hard rock with Nakarin on the hidden. So we're almost 100% right.
Now with 2 mod advantage for Finland, though Vodnanen did find a miss early on.
Yeah, so they have an extra 120,000 score to work with, which is a lot. Of course, it's still definitely possible to lose all that. They do have a more difficult experience playing this map, just due to those mods, but we'll see how that goes. But it is causing them to slowly gain an advantage just due to that, the extra mods.
Oop. Nakarin finding this, as well as Neko Towel. So, a lot of misses across the board, honestly.
Yeah, Anti-Nakarin and Taiko World Cup. Vodnanen and Neko Towel. Dusky being the only player still in the full combo. Being the one player for Finland to take a single mod, but kind of almost tied with the highest score.
It's a fairly short map, only a minute 59, but seeming to be a very dominant pick for Finland so far.
Yeah, even with a couple misses come out here and there from Finland, you know, drops from Switzerland paired with just that huge mod advantage is just something that can't really be beat. Going into the outro, that score lead is still increasing very quickly. With extra misses, it's going to go just over 300,000 in favor of Finland on Switzerland's... Wait, this is Switzerland's pick.
Was it?
It's blue at the bottom, so it must be.
No, it's... The bot is saying Finland picked that.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay, the referee is saying that was Finland's pick. I was going to say that'd be a very strange start for Switzerland to be making.
Yeah. An FC from Dusky to open up. Very, very nice. And still, not bad scores from the other Finnish players too, going 2 mod. I mean, hey, Vodnanen, even with the 5 misses, almost got more points than Dusky.
Yeah, just thanks to the extra mod, but it's all the team game after all. Not sure where Switzerland will go with this one. I know that kind of like when it comes to ranking and that, their players are a bit lower down in that accuracy, in ranking and in PP. So, you know, theoretically, they probably want to avoid kind of your more skill cap maps, such as things like No Mod 6. But other than that, I mean, the board's fairly open to them. I also probably wouldn't go free mod 2 if I were them, just because Finland do have the extra capabilities for those additional mods, especially a more difficult map.
And I would say, looking at Switzerland being a 4-person team, it's practicing the free mods can be a lot more difficult. Because generally free mod, like especially free mod 2, starts to take a lot more time to get good at. And if you only have 4 players, you kind of want to be more focused on other things. But No Mod 5 being our selection from Switzerland.
Alright, interesting. Gonna go for the stream pick, the one that's caused a lot of top players to miss, and perhaps that's what they're relying on just now.
7 stars.
Looks like Nacron rolling 1 million to see what their score will be, and they roll 991,925.
I'd take that.
Crazy if true. Divide by 2, then maybe. No. We believe.
I like that we've moved from roll act to roll score.
Yeah. Shrek
And I'm not gonna lie,
the princess, you can get
if I'm
that
being
score.
real, I was kind of shocked when I found out that like the bot's roll could go above 100, and I found out that you could just like put like a number after it for it to roll from.
Yeah, you can set up to like roll 2, and it just rolls 1 or 2. Quite a useful feature. I've definitely seen across various tournaments that people will literally just roll their picks. They just
Sometimes it's like
just
that.
1, 2, 3, 4, blah blah blah, and yeah, just
because
they don't really know what to pick.
Or
they
you
don't know what
just go with
direction
a
to go.
mental battle of you do that, but you actually already have a pick, so you make them think that you're picking randomly.
Yeah.
The mental battle is insane. Here we go.
Yeah, this map is a lot longer than the one that we have just seen, being almost 4 minutes in length, and featuring some varying streams. It's also noted to have quite a lot of offhand and uncomfortable patterns. No skip on the intro either. Yeah, this one is going to be a tough one to call early on.
Neka's already finding a bit of a lock, but early on. And you see all these notes being with so little points, just probably by about 400 combo, it's only going to be about 450, which is incredible.
Yeah, Anti also with some misses, but much cleaner break, keeping the accuracy well above 99.
Oop.
Another miss though. And after our intro, the score difference is just below 6k.
Yeah. No double S remaining, but still many solid 99s.
Oh, TWC finding a drop. It is clean, but Finland are going to get an advantage off of it.
Well, Anti picks up
Unless
some misses.
Anti does that.
Neka's helping you a couple more 100s.
And this is what Switzerland are kind of relying on.
A lot of drops on that mono.
They're actually not in the lead. But the fact that it's going back and forth is very volatile and very, very close. Oh.
Nacron figuring out some misses at the very end of the stream.
Switzerland actually in the lead after the first Kiai. I mean, this is probably going kind of as expected for Switzerland. I mean, sure, they'd probably like a further lead, but the fact that they're in the lead when being so significantly
another miss from Akron, though.
Lower seed is so huge for them. And we still see one full combo by Gamer's Decision at the top left for Finland, really helping them keep their score very competitive overall. Not letting Switzerland get away with a big lead.
Dusky, for the most part, has been holding steady combo, except for the one break, I think, but their accuracy among the lowest in the lobby. In fact, it is the lowest.
No one breaking,
Ooh.
Going into the offhand set. Well, the off-timed section.
These patterns are rough.
Yeah, no one missing on the short spinners either. Alright, we're going to go back into the streams for the final part of the map. 6,000 in favor of Switzerland. Can they hold it? Everyone holding onto that combo. But we're not even halfway through the stream yet.
And Nakarin misses. The
anti-matches it. Both managed to recover fairly quickly.
Well,
Nakarin finds a huge drop. Does flow back into it, but Switzerland need Finland to find another miss. There it is. More misses. More 100s.
The Nakarin misses.
Not from Switzerland. That's the wrong side.
And unfortunately, it's just a couple too many breaks from the side of Switzerland. Seeing a breakpoint would go over to Finland's side. And an incredible FC from Gamer's Decision.
Yeah. 12-100.
I think that's remarkably close to that roll. I know Gamer's Decision was the one who rolled for it, but
yeah. Dusky only 2 misses as well. That one single break, not quite able to keep up in the accuracy department, but still keeping their score on par with a lot of the other players as well. Yeah. So that was a really, really good pick from Switzerland. Just very unfortunate couple of breaks here and there, causing them to lose the point. But the fact that it was so doable for Switzerland shows that this match isn't completely free for Finland. Where Finland gonna go now? In my eyes, free mod 2 makes the most sense. They're able just to kind of take on those extra mods on those more difficult maps as well that Switzerland just simply wouldn't be able to. But it's entirely possible that Switzerland may surprise us. We have, we did see some of their players do very well on the mods on free mod 1. Free mod 2 is a lot more difficult to hit in Hard Rock, so Finland may not be able to get as much of a mod advantage as they would like. So perhaps they'll save it for later. And we will see maybe... Probably not a Hard Rock. Oh, never mind, it's going to be a Hard Rock. I feel like Hard Rock... Finland are good at the Hard Rock, but I feel like when you have to choose between Hidden or Hard Rock for Switzerland, it's got to be Hard Rock. Especially when TWC is on the team.
Yeah.
Dusky switches out for Finland, bringing in Vodnanen instead. I don't think Switzerland is going to be having any changes unless they make some later changes.
I'm concerned by a lot of the stats that I'm seeing on this chart. Booty 6.5 and 5.98 stars for an HR1 is odd to say the least.
Yeah, the map plays a bit more like a speed map than your traditional Hard Rock 1. Like, if you are a very, very fast player, you could probably get away with like single tapping a lot of it and just treating it as that very fast speed map. But I don't think any of our players that we have on the lobby will be doing that. Maybe if you brought in like BFKB for Finland or something, but it's probably a less consistent way to treat the map.
Yeah, looks like we'll be heading in just a moment. Here we go.
Interesting early miss from Vodnanen. But just on the intro, Finland is building up a very strong lead for themselves, mostly through accuracy.
Yeah, this honestly might fall into the category of song so slow that it becomes hard to hack.
Yeah, you'll see soon. I know the kind of speed.
Yeah. 5.98 stars, by the way, but
It definitely doesn't play like one.
nope. And that seemed to be a pretty solid pick for Finland already. And
Yeah, still a lot of map
missing.
left to go, and it's already well over 250,000 in favor of Finland.
And Nakarin not having the best of times with this map.
Gamer's Decision still on that full combo. And yeah, still a third of the map left to go. Misses from Finland really aren't mattering all that much here because the accuracy and the combos from Switzerland just keep dropping. It's again a double reset. With the misses coming in from Finland, they're keeping their accuracy very high.
Coming into the end of the chart.
It's another short one. A score difference off after the spinners are done. 542,000 in favor of Finland. So
Yeah.
once again, a very strong pick by them. And a full combo from Gamer's Decision. Adds you with incredibly high accuracy, over 99%, despite 4 misses. 11 100s total. That's not so bad for Switzerland. That was Finland's own pick, and we are going to go back to their own. They were very close to taking their Nomad 5, so maybe they'll have a better chance at this one.
Nomad 1 being the next selection. So our nice... Relaxing isn't the right word, but, you know, the most consistent of them.
Yes, yeah. Although, honestly, I'd argue that Fremod 1 is the most consistent map in the pool.
I don't know if Switzerland would agree with that.
True. But yeah, Nomad 1, of course, an original by Marmalade Butcher. I believe I've said this in every single match, so I'll try and make it quick. This the second of 5 songs that they'll be producing for the World Cups this year. You can already go and listen to the one produced for the 7-Key World Cup on various platforms. Sorry, I don't have any in mind right now. But they will also be producing songs for the Catch World Cup, the 4-Key World Cup, and the Osu World Cup. I've also been told that the Catch World Cup one is already done, and it's an absolute banger, so you're just going to have to stick around on every single World Cup to catch them. Yeah, Cutting Edge Insane Artifact is the one for 7 Key World Cup. And the great thing, the two that we have heard so far seem very good for every single game mode within Osu. So
Yeah,
definitely expect to see
it's a hard balance to
mapping
strike.
them all across. Yeah, exactly. So that's what makes them really, really good as well. I would expect to start seeing them kind of pop up all around the different game modes and kind of shared around. And it just helps everything feel more connected. It's not just a Taiko World Cup song, it's an original for Osu.
Here we go. 4th map. Why is this map HP 8?
I don't really know. Why not, I guess.
I guess.
Alright, will this be Finland's 2nd breakpoint and 4th point overall, or will Switzerland manage to get one on the board? Slightly rough start with Neko Towel finding an early best. And after the intro, Finland do have the early lead of 15k.
Yeah. But anyone's game. Very, very long song. 3 minutes, 15 seconds.
Yeah, there's a lot more difficult sections to come up yet. Score difference isn't changing too much, never mind. 2 players from Switzerland, Nakarin and TWC do get caught out by the 1-6.
Yeah.
More technical section of the map.
Anti finds a miss, but it's Nakarin picking up a lot of misses there. That's good job as well.
Also finds plenty themselves. Once again, the only full combo gamer's decision.
Unlike
kinda
last
really
time,
coming out
does
this
not
year,
have the
it's
lowest
almost like
accuracy in the lobby.
kind of the new MVP for Finland by the looks of it. Going into the slowdown section, we have a score lead of 96,000 in favour of Finland on Switzerland's 2nd pick. We do have some very fast 1-6 streams coming up. So if Finland were to fall apart on them, Switzerland could potentially take the lead back.
But
it's Switzerland finding the drops.
And Anti being the only person on the Finnish side to drop, and they barely dropped.
Yeah, Naka dropping on the first one, Neko Towel on the second. Decision still on the full combo though. None of our players getting caught out on the very short spinner. I have seen a couple this week. Find misses on it. In the final Kiai, a score difference of 132,000 is going to be very difficult for Switzerland to come back from. We have to see some big from Finland.
Although Gamer's decision finds a miss, as well as Anti. Anti's actually blocking.
Those are some big drops. But even then, we need to match that once again. But we're on the outro now, with a double miss from Nakarin and Neko Towel. Score difference is going to hover around 90k for Finland.
And it's not enough.
Another break point in favor of Finland. Gamer's decision finds a miss themselves toward just one though, with 21 100s, leading to a very strong score, 973k.
Honestly, I really thought I saw more than one miss from them,
far
but I guess
behind
not.
with the 5 miss.
Well, it is Finland's pick once again, I believe.
Yeah, Finland kind of back in the driver's seat here and can take us to match point already.
Yeah, and at least from what we've seen so far, they can kind of pick whatever. But perhaps we're wrong. They did ban
Switzerland are going to have to win back
DT1
too. They did. Just kind of looking at their options here, they still have Nomad 2 open, which is kind of like the swingy techie map. I feel like you could probably leave that one for now. I mean, Hard Rock 2 is still open. We've seen that the players in Switzerland struggled a lot with Hard Rock 1. So I think Hard Rock 2 would be your next best kind of map.
Indeed.
And there it is. And then after that, they can probably go with something like No Mod 6 or Free Mod 2 if they dare. Alright, here we go. We're seeing BFKB113PBK come in for the first time this match for Finland. Look like Switzerland are going to be making any roster changes. They do have a fourth player, but I've not seen them this match. So perhaps they're not available. Alright, we will not be getting rid of Gamer's Decision after all. It will be Dusky swapping out. And for those that don't know, the player BFKB113PBK is also known as Mega Mela. They've been renamed for a long time, but a lot of people still call them their old name, Mega Mela. Yeah. So if you hear that or see people saying that, that's who they're referring to.
They've renamed to the wonderful keyboard. The keyboard I have in front of me right now, as a matter of fact.
This is Taiko's god keyboard.
It's also just a good keyboard, I'm not gonna lie. I really, really like Scissor Switch keyboards. I'd make a sponsor joke, but
we're sponsored by ourselves. And how can you support that? With banners, of course. Going over to the OSU website store, you can purchase a banner for your profile for $2.50 USD. You can display that banner on your profile, and it can be of any of the teams that qualified, all 32 of them, even if they're out. If you so want to support more than one team because you can't decide, maybe you want to support both Finland and Switzerland in this match, you can purchase more than one. There's no limit. I wouldn't recommend testing it for the sake of your bank account, but there is no limit as far as I'm aware. And yeah, all of the money kind of goes towards supporting the World Cup, so if you're interested, you want to see more of this kind of thing, consider it.
I actually saw an early miss, another miss in fact from BFK, but Nekatel trades this one back.
This is not what I expected.
Oh, but TWC picking up a miss. They'll swing the lead back over in favor of Finland.
Yeah. Nekatel, of course, struggling a bit on this one. But BFKB is also struggling. Even more so. And we have Nakarin actually being the highest score player for Switzerland, where normally that would be reserved for TWC, the #1 player in the country. But of course, Gamer's Decision
missing. Lots of misses coming from across the board.
Yeah,
more so from the side of Switzerland.
Having a very high, having a very high 99 full combo. Gamer's Decision finding a drop, but still being very close to that 99 accuracy. TWC finding a couple of misses on the slowdown section. No full combos left for Switzerland. Things were looking good for them at the start, but it seems it's kind of crumbled at the halfway point.
Yeah. They did not seem too confident heading into this map. This was Finland's pick, so...
Yeah. But Switzerland are going to have to start winning back breakpoints sooner or later. well, sooner rather than later, because there's not a whole lot of match left, especially if Finland win this one.
Nakarin locking a bit there. The Nekatao picking up a lot of misses.
Yeah, on the outro to the map, that score lead continues to increase well above 240,000. And there's not going to be a whole lot Switzerland can do about it. Finland winning their 3rd pick and their 5th point, reaching match point status. One more map win and they win the match and advance on through the tournament. Switzerland are going to have to win the next 5 in a row to take it to tiebreaker.
I mean, maybe this is just because, you know, it's quarterfinals, but normally I feel like you don't see this many misses on Hard Rock 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or at the very least, not this spread out.
Yeah, it looks like everyone had a bit of trouble on this one.
Yeah, the patterns are definitely quite difficult for a Hard Rock 2, on top of the speed.
I believe the speed as well, when you pair it with the SV and the Kiais, it goes up to about the scroll of 240 at Hard Rock, which is very fast. Not many players in the game can play that. That's kind of like an end game goal of Hard Rock almost. 240 is like reasonable, but it's still very difficult to get to.
Yeah, back when I played Hard Rock a lot, I'd kind of, even now I still consider like 240 is like the barrier of when you go from like very good at Hard Rock to insane at it. Because reading anything past 240 for extended periods of time is so difficult. And even 220, if you're not very, very used to it, can be very difficult.
Yeah, it looks like Switzerland did receive the script that I sent them, recognizing that we wanted a fun reverse sweep here into tiebreaker.
I mean,
well, I didn't send you the script. I said you should be sleeping an hour ago.
I mean, first, in defense isn't the right word. If Switzerland was looking to take this to tiebreaker, as you mentioned at the start of this, tiebreaker has been favoring the lower seeds.
It has. But we've got to get there.
DT2 being our choice.
Seems like a reasonable pick here from Switzerland. It is fast, but I've been surprised. It tends to end up being more of an accuracy battle than anything.
Interesting.
I've seen misses here and there, but I've seen kind of lower seeded teams playing exceptionally well on this one.
Normally not how it goes for DT2. You normally expect that stuff on DT1.
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of interesting for Switzerland to pick it here, but I imagine it's pretty difficult to come up with picks into Finland at this stage of the match. They've already lost their 2 most confident picks. And the remaining maps in the pool are very limited.
This is completely unrelated, but I've just now processed the fact that the names in the chat are color-coded.
You've only just noticed that?
All I'm saying is last tournament I casted, that wasn't a thing.
I'm more concerned at the fact that TWC is not watching Shrek, but listening to the Shrek but I'm screaming every word version of the movie. And would like the match to be over and done with so they can go back to listening to it.
Incredible.
I'm pretty sure this is the player that used to play, like, has played in tournament matches, and I honestly I wouldn't be surprised if they set high record PP plays with doing this method as well, where they played also with no audio, playing other music in the background.
Okay, the other music part is a little crazy, and by little I mean extremely.
Like, they're somehow probably the most, like, visually oriented
this sounds like
player
a bit that I would try
game.
once.
Like, as long as they can see the notes, like, they can time them.
I mean, depending on the type of music, maybe if you get it to be different enough that you can just like completely disassociate it from like being music.
Yeah, like in some ways it might be easier than listening to the song like shifted by like 100 ms.
I don't know. I think that'd be awful.
It would, but
Well, kind of. I'm a visual player too, so
maybe we can get an interview at some point. But for now, Finland have the lead once again. No player has missed. It is once again kind of being an accuracy battle, and Finland are winning on that. All players above 99%.
Ooh. Miss from Gamer Decision, but Nakarin misses just after.
Yeah, so once again, it's just purely accuracy.
Okay.
Anti with a decent miss there, though, all the way down to 98.
Increases the score, lead by a bit, but Nakarin finds a miss as well.
Yeah, both Nakarin and Nekotowel down at 97. TWC hovering around mid-98s, but of course we still have the FKB over 99, being a very well-known speed player and showcasing that very well. Here we go into the very dense section with streams. Every player hits it.
Wow.
That's what I mean, like, this map has really surprised with how well players are able to do on it.
I guess so.
But it looks like that Finland are still consistently doing better. We don't have very much map left, and it's an 80,000 score lead in favor of them.
Yeah, it would
Looks
take
like
something
Finland
catastrophic to change it.
Yeah, they're just wanting to take this win, a full sweep, and advance on through the losers bracket into the next stage of the quarterfinals, 6-0. Unfortunately for Switzerland, that does mean that their run in TWC is over for this year.
9-9 as a score there is quite impressive, and
oh wow,
can't really say anything else because everybody left instantly.
Everyone's ready for bed, but I respect it. It's kind of late in Europe, so time is getting on. And we'll wrap this up quickly ourselves. It's the last match of the day. Huge congratulations to Finland for winning that match, and best of luck in your match tomorrow. And of course, it's sad to see Switzerland go, but it's been nice seeing them return for this year once again, and we hope to see them next year coming back stronger than they ever have before.
Yeah.
But our next match will be tomorrow at 1 UTC between the US and Chile. That's a winner's bracket match, so if you happen to be awake up around that time, probably not very accessible to the Europeans, but for the people in the Americas and Asia, check this one out because it should be a very exciting match.
I'll be casting that one as well, so I'll be back here in just a couple hours.
Yeah, so about 5 hours from now, we'll see that, and then after that, we don't need to be back until 9 UTC for Japan-Malaysia in the winner's bracket. Is TWC 2025 quarterfinals where Japan will finally lose a match? You'll just have to come along and find out. And we'll hope to see you there.
Yeah. Until then, cheers.